Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Today, hosted by Andy Albright in beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Now, let's hear it for our president and CEO, Andy Albright.
Woo, 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 woo. Thank you, Billy. I'm so fired up. I'm here with the audience of the Gulf of Mexico and Andy Riddle. Riddle's in the house, so it's just me and him sitting in my Treasure Island office, checking out the seagulls and the people walking up and down the island. And you'll see them come by there, Andy, and just wave. It's so much fun. I'll be like, make sure you wave at them hard when they're looking up here, because they don't see you at first. Leaderboards are posted, I think, on Band. Feel free to be looking at them while I'm talking. All right. I have got massive stuff that I want to get inside somebody's head, up under the rib cages, and get them making money. This is let's see what we got. I think about 10 pages of trying to get inside your head, get inside your rib cage, get inside your heart, and say, look, guys, you said you wanted to be free. You said you wanted to be rich. You said that you wanted to pay for your kids' college education. You said you want a Ferrari. You said. So you hung by the tongue. Now I got to get that to manifest itself into Benjamins, to cash, to capitalistic money, to stuff that you can spend. Okay. So we said that by doing this. We've got 7 questions that unlock your potential, because, and y'all should, by the way, my leaders, Riddle, y'all should repeat this stuff. You know what burns my butt? What burns Andy Riddle's butt is the flame about that high right there and unused potential. You should say that to people over and over again, because when people see that you think they have potential, they feel better about themselves. It's called expectations. It's called seeing people in high esteem. Okay. I want to tell you this, too. I got a story to tell you before I get started. By the way, the title of it is Start Your Goals, and then it's the questions, 7 questions. Okay? So start your goals. I'm going to try. There's an analogy that I thought I had said 50,000 times, but I was asking some people this week if they heard it, and they said no. So, Riddle, I'm going to tell it to you. Here's the way it goes. Guy's choking in a restaurant. Him and Manzo, they're having some candlelit dinner, and a glass of wine, and families over, a cute little family, and Manzo looks over, that's cute little kids, 3 little kids, and all of a sudden the dad stands up choking, and he's like, Riddle's like, excuse me, Manzo, if you don't mind, I'm going to go over there and see if I can help this individual. This is not okay, so Riddle goes over there and he says, now, sir, I know you're choking, but this is not a sexual assault, so I'm going to put my hands under your breast, your chest, so please don't be upset or offended. And this guy's like, ugh! He's turning blue, and his wife's screaming, damn! And he says, I am going to proceed to the Heimlich maneuver. Okay, Andy, give him the Heimlich maneuver. So Andy proceeds to press evenly with a little bit of compassion and caring, and the guy is turning purple, and the mama's just saving. He says, I am going to try to save your husband. So you know what happens. This guy's like dead as a doorknob, corpse laying there, kids, they wrapped up, put them in dadgum straight jackets, mama's blonde, and Riddle's like, I tried to save your husband. And so I come walking in, me and Jane are walking in, I see what's going on. I said, what happened? He said, I tried to save him. So I start looking at him like a Riddle. Hey, good job, you didn't break his ribs. Like, Riddle, I was very careful not to harm the guy. I didn't want to have a lawsuit. I didn't want to have him upset, so I didn't break his ribs. Of course I did not. And I go, you know what? This guy don't even have bruises. Riddle. Riddle's like, yes, of course. You know, if he'd be upset, sue me and his wife, his children. I go, he's dead, Riddle. He's dead. You let the man die. He's like, well, at least I am covered. This is the way a lot of people treat their agents. They don't want to save them from being broke, so they perform the Heimlich maneuver like this. Squishy, 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 1, 2, squishy, squishy. Like, bro, you're not going to save people with that type of an attitude. My 10 pages, mine and Jeff Bright's and Gode's input and Dr. Caracas Watkins' input, we get ready to break a rib if we have to. Does that make sense? They let people die, Andy, because they won't tell them the truth. They say, oh, you got 3 sales? Kumbaya, my buddy. Kumbaya, my buddy. You're on your way to riches. You might as well be compressing him with a deadgum sponge. You with me? If you want to help people, you got to help people. So when I say get in their side their ribs, I'm talking about break their ribs. So I'm not going to try to hurt anybody, but I sure would like for you to cough up that little hot doggy down your throaty. Little hot doggy you done cough down there in your throat. Your kids are crying. Your wife's mad at you. You know, you can imagine twice as bad as a woman. You'd be like, oh, no, this is not a sexual assault, ma'am. I'm going to provide Heimlich and save you, right? Because I'm just leaving my hands will be slightly beneath your breasts as I compress and try to say, she's dead. You let her die. You let the woman die. You see what I'm saying? They don't tell people the truth about what it takes to be living in a $5 million house sitting on the Gulf of Mexico. They don't tell people what it takes to make $2 million. They want to tell them what it takes. That they just don't want to hurt. You see what I'm saying? So I apologize if I bruise you, if I squeeze too hard. But then again, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to tell you the truthy. Ruthie? Makes sense? Okay. All right. So I told a couple people that analogy this week, and they're like, oh, so I'm not pressing hard enough. I said, yeah, these guys going to die. Okay. So to the older, experienced people, have a quote. The great thing in this world is so much where you stand is what direction you're moving. Andy, did you see the leaderboard where I am? Yeah, I see where you are. What are you doing right now? Did you see that I have achieved agency manager? Congratulations. Where are you moving to? The greatest thing is the movement. The greatest thing is the advancing and the growth, not reaching your little short, tiny, embarrassing plateau of 80 grand. Your little plateau of 200,000. Your little plateau of 700,000. We need to plateau stuff. What about you just making 800,000? Have you plateaued? The great thing in this world is not so much where we stand. Congratulations, 800 grand. That's what direction we're moving. Okay? There's this great judge, attorney guy, Oliver Wendell Holmes. So this is about, I don't care if you're plateaued at 800,000, plateaued at 40,000, you're not drastically moving up. These questions are designed to unlock your potential. I want to look at those leaderboards so bad. What's going on with it? Pull up the Foresters one. I want to see who's winning that one. That one's changing dramatically. We almost have the reports for how many tickets are sold. I know Lucero Diaz has moved more tickets to her new people than anybody else, so she's apt to win that $10,000. Then there's a $5,000. Matter of fact, T, I don't know if you've been able to post that one yet, but it'll go up shortly. I love those leaderboards. Okay, are they on band? Some of them going up. 7 questions. That's on page 3, 7 questions. On page 4, it says, what do you really want? Wait a minute, let's go back to quick. Not standing, laying or fighting. Oh, okay. So this comment is about fighting your contentment or your comfort zone. And yeah, that guy was a Supreme Court judge. Destination versus the journey is what we're talking about. The funness is in the fightness. The funness is in the journey, not the destination. Like, I love sitting out here. I got my feet hanging over the deck. What you should do, Riddle, is take a picture of me and put it on that band so they know this is my office. You know, make sure you get the ocean. You have to tap on the ocean, maybe. So the funness is not in the destination. It's in the journey. You with me? It's what are you fighting for? What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to get to? That's the program. That's where we... Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to page 4, which is, what do you really want? Okay. Surveyed America, and here's the top 3 answers that they say. Everybody says, money, successful. I want choices. I want to do first class, where to travel, what kind of house, what kind of car. I want success. Number 2, and a lot of this comes from the females, but it's some males too, security. Can't have no fun if I might lose everything, got no security. And then helping other people. Believe it or not, if you surveyed America, it comes back successful, security, and serving. Guess what our motto is? Have fun, make money, make a difference. Is that coincidental? I beg to differ. We knew this is what America wants, and that's what we do. I wanted my life designed around what everybody wanted. I wanted my business designed around what everybody wants. Security, they want the money, they want to help people, and they want to be happy. Security is happiness. If you think you're going to have everything ripped from you, taken from you, lost, they're going to steal your house, steal your car, you can't be happy up in there. You can't be happy. If you living in Brokedom and you traveling back there in coach with like everybody else, that ain't successful. And by the way, I'm not talking about going in debt to appear successful. I'm talking about being successful. That's what people shoot for. So what do you really want? You say, well, I really want the money. I don't care about security. Okay. I really want security. I don't care about the money. Okay. I really want to help other people, but I don't care about making any money. Okay. It's going to be hard to fly to another country and help somebody without some money. You got to pay international. You got to get your, got to get your passport, and that costs money. Everything seems to be trade. So those three, what do you really want? On one side of my coin, it says, what do you want? It could say, what do you really want? Let me get my coin out here so I can look at it when I'm talking to you. What do you really want? Okay? So the first thing, what do I really want? The first of 7 questions. What do I really want? What do you really want? And people say, I'm trying to find my why. Oh, here we got this. What do you want to, let's go through this. You ever heard somebody say, who are you? What do you want to be? Okay? That's successful. What do you want to be? Okay? What do you want to have? What is that? Security. What do you want to do? That's serve. You can't go serve if you don't have money. So it's the be and the have. So successful, security, and serve. People want to be a high-dollar dentist. They want to be making $2 million a year. They want to be comfortable, secure, where they have money in the bank, where they have overrides coming in. They want to do something for other people. Okay. What do losers do? What's the problem, and how do I protest? Okay? Talking to a guy in Utah, he said they protesting like crazy. Talking to a girl in California, they protesting like crazy out there. They upset about something. Richmond, Virginia, they upset about something. Everybody, who's to blame, and how am I going to protest? What am I mad about? Okay, what do we think about? What do we want to be? What do we want to have? What do we want to do? So these are the most popular questions. Oh, by the way, let's do this real quick. Prosperity, inspiration, eternity. Okay? Prosperity, what is that? Success. Inspiration, what is that? Security. You say, how, Andy, how is it inspiring to be secure? If you give away $1 million to your university or to your preacher, is that inspiring? Yes. Well, let me explain something to you. Are you going to give away $1 million that's actually last $1 million? You got no security. And then some people say, well, that's what a good giver does. They'll give away their last penny. I go, oh, okay. You gave away your security, but if you got $10 million, you give away $1 million. Woo! That's inspirational, security. And serving, what is that? Eternity. Because at the end of the day, who you helped, who you made a difference, whose life you changed, that is your serving. That's who you're going to be known as for eternity. And if you're one of those people that thinks once you get over to the other side, it matters what you did, then it definitely is eternity for you. So even if you don't believe in that, it's still big. It's still big because you get security now, or you get serving now. You get credit now because when you're gone, your picture's going to be up on the mantle, your name's going to be up on the building. So your eternity, what you did and put in place for others, is going to be there for eternity. Does that make sense? Like if 2 generations, my grandkids are going like, oh, crazy Albright, Andy Albright, my great-great-granddaddy, that's eternity when it lasts. You with me? Like what Abraham Lincoln does. That's eternity for him. We'll always be talking about that, okay? What George Washington did. Okay, so let's go to page 5. So that's what do you really want? People complicate that number 2. What do you really want? Like, I'm trying to determine my why. There's your why. There's your why. There's what you want. You can't tell me what I want. I'm telling you what America wants. Yours fits in that scheme right there. Yours fits in those 3 S's. Okay, let's move on to page 5. All right. What activities give you your greatest sense of meaning and purpose? What gives you a sense of meaning and purpose? Okay? Something to accomplish. I call that get. What do you get? Okay? Purpose. Who am I going to give it to? Does that make any sense? It kind of don't. I get my money, I give it to my kids. I get my money, I give it to my church. I get my money, I give it to GOAT. I get my money, I give it to NC State. I get my money, I give it to the car dealer. I get my money, I give it. Does that make sense? What activities? Meaning, something to accomplish. If I get more, then I can give more. So, action-driven, get, grab. I was telling somebody, it's almost like a money grab. Like, how much money do you want to grab and how much money do you want to give away? Does that make? It's just like a fight for how much is there. We got leads. That's why we do this 40. Hey, look, think about this 40 thing. If you only count the hours in the house, if you want to work 40 hours selling, that's 40 appointments. So, but Andy, you said 20, 25, and 30. Sure. For the underachievers, the overachievers, it's 40. Does that make sense? I don't care. It don't make no difference to me. 40 hours of being in the house. You say, well, what about the 8 hours of dialing? Just sitting there dialing and smiling. Okay, do 30, do 26. I don't care. But these people doing 12 and 13, and here they go, yeah, but you understand I did 12 and I wrote 10,000, and that puts me in the top 100 people in the country. Bro, I thought we were talking about unused potential. What are you capable of? What can you do? What can a man on fire do? What can he accomplish? Okay, so what gives you greatest sense of meaning? Something you fight for, something you grab, something you get, something you strive, something you call for, something you go pick up checks. It's where you go do it, and then a reason to do it. Who? Kids? God? Wife? My wife is shopping. Hey, see if I can say this right. My wife is shopping in Charleston, South Carolina, for a hat to go to the Derby. This is little Miss Jane, real conservative, Walmart, nice, sweet, don't spend money, saves money all the time. She is. She's ridiculous at saving money. Ridiculous at it. Blows my mind. So smart. But she's like, I sure would like to have a hat in Charleston to go to the Derby. I was like, all right. She's like, you care if, we get Cameron Roberts and Beth Katz? I was like, I don't care. Everybody else is going to be jealous, but you can't take everybody, but you can take them too. Maybe take somebody else next time. I don't know. I don't know who likes horses or who likes hat shopping. You see what I'm saying? Get it, give it. What are we going to do next? What's going to give my life meaning next? Okay, what gives your life meaning? Yesterday, I was talking to Boo Corrigan. Boo's dad died. Boo is the athletic director at NC State. His dad was he helped start the Atlantic Coast Conference, and he was the chairman of the board of the Atlantic Coast Conference. So if y'all like March Madness, y'all love Boo because his dad was in on starting March Madness. Does that make sense? And I'm sitting here talking to Boo and introducing him to other friends of mine. I think I introduced him to Jeff Wright. I think I introduced him to, who else was on the phone? Diane Lampy. I was like, just introducing people. I like that. Boo ain't calling me because I'm broke, right? Yesterday was crazy. Talked to Dave Dorn, the football coach, for about 20, 30 minutes. Talked to him about our coin and the working. He was laughing like crazy. Talking about kids that they just quit, jump, he says, I said, what about that kid that went to LSU? He said, Andy, that kid went to 4 different high schools in 4 years. What part of leaving us after 1 year shocks you? I said, you know that? Yeah. He said, Andy, he's super talented. We wanted him, but he thought maybe he changed, but he didn't. People crazy. They don't know how to stick. And so we were talking about that work ethic and stickability and building a team and a national championship, something you can live for. You know what I mean? What is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? what gives you meaning, what gives you purpose, what fires you up. Okay, number 3, what should I change, or what could I change? Okay, what would make a difference? Let me make sure I got this. In and out, yep, got that. So now I'm on page 6. Page 6, all right. What should I change? What could I change? What should you or could you change? There's 3 different reasons that people don't do what I'm saying, and they're really crazy simple. The second one's kind of odd. Lack of belief, lack of control, and lack of attraction. So, if you suck at recruiting, your lack of belief, your lack of control, the law of control, and the loss of attraction. There's a law of control. What am I going to do first? In the order it is. Okay. This is, I want to recruit, but I can't. I want to find good people, but I can't. I want good people to produce, I can't. I got a guy who's choking on a hot dog, and I want to give him the Heimlich maneuver, but I can't break his ribs. I can't break it free. I want to, but I can't. Okay? This is what that is. What should I change? I won't, but I can't. So what I want to tell you is you can if you fix your lack of belief, if you deal with the law of control, and you deal with the loss of attraction. Okay. The first thing is this. Think about this, Andy Riddle. Take your number of wants. Like, I want to make money. I want to help my wife get free. I want to buy a house. Now let's look over at the can'ts. I can't talk bold to people. I can't talk crazy to people. I can't stay on the phone for 8 hours. I can't run 40 appointments. List your can'ts and list your wants. What do you want and what do you can't? Which one's going to win? For me, my wants are beating my can'ts like a dadgum redheaded stepchild. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know that saying, but that's, yeah. So my wants are winning because my want-tos are beating the snot out of my can't-tos. Make sense? So the first thing, if you want to fix your belief and you want to deal with the law of control and the loss of attraction, your want-tos got to beat your can't-tos. Okay. All right. So let's explain them. I don't know if I can do it. That's self-defeating prophecy. First of all, fix your mouth, okay? Hung by the tongue. I'm going to kick ass. I'm going to beat Andy Riddle. The Carries ain't got a shot at getting on that jet in the West Coast. I'm going to recruit more people. I can do it. I can talk to a person every 15 minutes. I can talk to 50 new people. Your cans, your number of moves versus your number of worries is where your lack of your belief is. Okay? All right. We'll come back to that. Law of control. I want to explain you this. This is an odd one, but if I can try to get to you. All right. When your money reaches a point that you're good, then you can control it. But when you're trying to do something that you've never done before, that's out of your control. So what happens is people love to be in control. Like, for example, if you've never had $300,000 in the bank, that's out of your control. So you don't want it because wouldn't know how to control it. It sounds stupid, but it's true. It's the comfort zone. It's really, the law of control is almost like the law of the comfort zone. Once you achieve it, that's something you can deal with. Sometimes people make a lot of money and then back up because they can deal with a lower number. They can control their checkbook. Like, half the time I don't know how much money I'm making. I just know I'm making money because Keith has to do it because I have to have a full-time person, CFO, and then Caitlin and Kim and all those other people to watch the money, right? He showed me some insurance policies that I've signed. I was like, wouldn't I sign that? Who's that? And if I fly my jet into Mexico, well, I was like, holy cow. It's out of my control because it's so much. Does that kind of make sense? I got a Stepanka. Stepanka's in the house cleaning up. And she brought a helper. What was her name? Joanna? She's got a helper. They're in there going through my stuff. I can't control that. If you've never had anybody go through your private stuff, sorting and cleaning and straightening up, It's odd because you're out of control. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Oh, this is cool. How about this one? Because Russ Everett gets this, like, I don't know, $300,000 or $400,000 annuity, and the dentist is an NC State guy. And the dentist says, hey, my daughter wants to be, this ties into this Boo Corrigan thing, so you know. But it's also influence. He says, this guy's daughter wants to work with a school doctor because she's graduating NC State, number one person in her class, number one grades, everything, but she don't know nobody. She don't know the chancellor. She don't know the AD. She don't know the football coach. So I called the AD, Bo, and I said, look, we got this girl. She's crazy smart. I need her to meet the doctor and interview. So Russell just texted me, and he said, Boo is called the doctor, and they're meeting tomorrow. Is that not cool? So then the doctor is going to write a check to NC State. You watch. We're going to get some money, which will help our football program, which helps my bragging rights. Does that make sense? And this little girl gets the opportunity to meet. So what you do is see, that's out of my control, but it's starting to become in my control, meaning I'm starting to get used to that sort of thing. If you want to do that sort of stuff, make $2 million, make $4 million, but don't get caught in that thing where you can control something. There's a lot more stories around that with the doctor, and but I don't want to bore you. I want to tell you about you. Okay, loss of attraction. This one is going to hammer some of you. Okay. Oh, have you have a loss of energy? Do you look exciting at the meetings? Are you jumping up and down like a kid? Let me tell you something. You ain't going to attract nobody if you ain't excited. When you're excited and committed, I was asking this lady yesterday, I said, are you sending your checks, like copying your checks and sending them to people? And she's like, nope. I said, you should. I said, why? She said, why? I said, because that will be exciting to them. You can't lose your sense of wonder. You can't lose your sense of amazement. See that? This is what I deal with all day. Dolphins jumping out there. You just keep watching that. The dolphins, birds coming through here. Here I am working, but I go down there. It's crazy, man. Every day. Okay, sorry, I'm ADD. Okay, so your belief is the words you're saying. Your control is your comfort zone, and your loss of attraction is your emotionless demeanor, your lack of conviction, your energy, your excitement. If there's anything to change, is the words you're saying, getting out of your comfort zone, and being cray-cray with energy, going off on the program. That's what people want to see. They want to see that. Like when you see football coaches, they go, yeah, let's get it going. Then I see some of my up-and-coming managers, but they're not up-and-coming. They're really stagnant as a dead-gum tree stump, and they're like this right here. You're like, oh, excited, are you? People want to join and play for and be a part of a team that is exciting and going crazy. The excitement is for the new people to see you excited. That's what you could and should change. It ain't that difficult either. Okay, let's go to 7. Man, some people need to put this one on their wall somewhere. What do I need to refuse to talk about? Oh, let me back up one time. Let me do more of this energy. Loss of attraction. You need to act like you're crazy regardless. I have been through some of the most murderous, treacherous, backfighting, disasters, problems, mishaps, and I had to walk up on that stage in front of y'all and act like I just got given $100,000 cash. Now, Andy, I can't fake like that. I can. I'm an actor, baby. I'm going to act like it. I'm going to faith. Some people faith it, not like F-A-I-T-H. I'm going to faith it. I just go ahead and say I'm going to act like it. You know, I'm going to faith it. Okay, I got faith. But I dang sure can act. I was talking to this young lady. I said, young lady, she's 19 years old. I said, you need to act. Act like you're confident. Act like you know what you're doing. act like you know you're the ruler. Act like you know you're going to win. Just act it. Now act it. And I got her to act. I got her role play. She acted like a 35-year-old. She acted like she had confidence. I said, now, keep acting. That's why that Protege, is that the name of that magic movie? Where he gets in character and stays in character no matter what. You know what I'm talking about? That, huh? Yeah, he's twins. Yeah, that one. It's great where he stays in character no matter what. That's how you do the law of attraction. That's still on number 3. I'm sorry, I got to get on to number 4, but I want to. That law of attraction thing and acting it or faithing it is big. I want you to hear that. Okay, now we can move to the next one. We might come back down. Let's move on to the next one. What do I need to refuse to talk about? If you would shut up about the past, that would be awesome. Okay? Got one of my notes. I'll get my notes here. If you would hush about the past, you say, what about how good I am? Yeah, that's in the past. I want to know what you're doing today. How about how bad I am? Yeah, that's in the past. I want to know what you're doing today. And then some people go like, oh, so all you care about is what I'm doing right now. You don't care about what I did yesterday. I care about it. Just quit talking about it. I don't want to hear all that. What I'm looking for is some results today. I'm looking for some fresh ponies. I'm looking for some fresh results. Does that make sense? Stop bringing up what already happened to use as an excuse for not. Guess what my daddy did to me? Guess what my mama did to me? Guess what my wife did to me? I ain't got time to guess for that crap. What is this? Price is Right? What's behind door number 3? I ain't listening to all that. The future. Hey, buddy, I'm going to tell you what, I'm starting. Going forward, I'm going to start running 40 appointments a week. Going forward, next week, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to do this. Everybody, what are you talking about? Quit talking about the past. Quit talking about what you're going to do. Tell me what you did today. I love this one right here. Emily Katz sent me this. This sent me leads a guy. The name of that movie is The Prestige. Thank you, Bailey. The Prestige. If you ain't never seen it, it's good about staying in character if you want to make money. Okay? Stay in character. Okay, let's go back. The past. Hey, don't you appreciate what I did? Yeah, I appreciate what you did. Don't you appreciate what I did? Because if I gave you 100 leads last week and I give you no leads this week, you know what I'm going to hear about? The present. You go, hey, man, listen, let me tell you about what you gave me last week. Them leads is coming in. Woo-hoo, I love you, Andy. They get leads this week. Paycheck. Guess how much I paid you? I paid you $3 million so far. Let's say I say a guy, he said, you paid me $3 million over the last 10 years. I say, ain't that awesome? You don't give them a check this week, they're going to go through the roof. They're going to lose their mind. I know you paid me $3 million over the last 3 years, but I'm looking for my paycheck today, Albright. Does that make sense? Congratulations on making the leaderboard. Congratulations on, I'm going to make $250,000 this year. I got one of my boys saying that. I go, here's what I need to know. I need to know what you did today. I need to know how many appointments you booked. I need to know how many checks you picked up. I need to know how many people you talked to, how many people you recruited, how many people you would get in class, how many people got out of class. I want to know how many hot dogs you popped up when you crushed them with a dadgum Heimlich maneuver. Makes sense? I want to know how many people you saved by getting under their skin and you got them to filing. Well, guess what? I can't get this guy selling. I ain't trying to study that. Stop telling me about your problems from the past. Stop telling me about your successes from the past. I don't want to hear it. It's not. Listen, it's not that I don't want to hear it. I shouldn't say that because I love you and I want to hear it. But it's like what I'd like to know, like how you pay bills from now. Okay, you pay bills now. You give money to preachers now. You pay for your college, university now. Your kids, you help them buy their first home now. It's now stuff. Okay? This is 7 questions to unlock your potential. What do I need to refuse to utter about? No negativity, nothing. I don't even want to hear positive from the past. What I'm talking about is now. Okay. Number 5, page 8. What? Oh, let's back up. Let me back up a little bit. Let me see if I make sense. Yak, yak, yak. That's what my notes here. Yak, yak, yak. do. What do I need for you to start? Yak, yak, yak versus do. I would rather you do than yak, yak. Then I want you to post it on band. Post it on by band so I can see. All right, watch this. Nick Saban. You know what everybody was criticizing him for, right? After he wins, what does he say? Well, really, to be honest with you, we're focused on the next game. We're trying to get our notes together, and we're trying to win that. They're like, you need to celebrate. He's like, yeah, woohoo, woo. A couple of my advisors get mad at me for that, but you need to celebrate more. I go, woohoo! All right, can we now go make woohoo? And people say, like, I'm not you. I go, I know. I'm trying to tell you how to be me. I'm telling you how to get what I got. I'm telling you this is how you do it. You can't moan, oh, one of my best buddies shut down for 2 days because somebody was trying to extort money. I was like, buddy, you can't do that. Good news is, after 2 days, they texted me. I go, oh, that's just extortion. That's not a problem. Let me tell you how to deal with that. They go, you know how to do this? I go, I've dealt with that 50 times. It's easy. Here's what you do. Blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? And they're like, oh, I start everything back up. Start everything back up. Don't stop next time. You with me? Don't stop. Keep going. Does that make sense? I love you. Don't stop. You can't be depressed, and you can't be too excited. That's what that is right there. What I refuse to talk about. Talk about kicking arse now. Talk about 40 appointments. I'm doing 40 appointments this week. I've already booked 16. I'm more interested about that 16 you already booked than the 14 than the 24 you're going to book. Does that make sense? That's nice. I'd like to know what you already done right now. You say, but that's in the past. I go, it's right now. It's today. Don't start your mess trying to be smart out with me. I ain't dealing with that. Okay. What price are you willing to pay? All right. Okay. What price are you willing to pay? First of all, this is the price that you got to pay. You hear me? I don't know what you're willing to pay. This is the price that you got to pay. Okay? You must set stupid expectations. Stupid good, stupid high. You must hate, fear, disgust, be just like throw up, fighting mad about losing, called consequences. You must get really good at being bored out of your mind. Like, when we get through this riddle, I'm going to tell you a story that I've told 16 times. But I'm going to sound like I've lost my mind, excited about it. I'm going to tell you a story of expectations. I'm going to tell you a story of consequences and a story of boredom and routine. And while I'm telling you that, I am going to be bored out of my mind telling you, because I've said every word of it 16 times. And I can tell you who's heard it. I think Swindell heard most of the talk. I'm going to tell it to you, and then I'm going to pull him in for the last part of it, so I'm going to tell it once. I've told it to Levitovich. I've told it to Katz. I've told it to Roberts. I've told it to Tony Carey. I've told it to Bill. I've told it to Soto. I know who I've told it, like 16 times. But it's going to sound like the very first time, because I will act excited, but it is mundane to me. And it's going to include consequences. It's going to include expectations. So this is the price that you got to pay, okay? It becomes a habit. So I want a bigger jet. If I don't get a bigger jet, I'm going to lose all my jets. That's frightening. I tell you what, Kid Rock said about his jet. I don't know if I can tell you about Kid Rock. You know, he's kind of crazy. Let's just say his jet ranks above all his worldly possessions. Think of all your worldly possessions, even your temporary possessions, which you just have for a few minutes. He's willing to give it all up for his jet. He didn't say nothing about eternity, but he dang sure give up everything else. So if I'm thinking I'm going to go back to being frisked, I'm going to go back to the coach, I'm going to go back to only riding in a dadgum car, and not a Maybach, but a regular car, I start getting upset. So I have this expectation of going forward, or I'm going to lose everything. You call it twisted, it's who I am. I believe that I'm either growing or going backwards. Andy, where did you learn that from? Well, the Bible, John Maxwell, Jeff Bright, Tim Goad, Dr. Caracas Watkins, Jim Henson, a witch doctor. I mean, what the heck? Only everybody I know that's got any sense in every book I've read on success says that. Where did you get your belief from, your uncle? Oh, you and your wife were talking. You and your husband had a chit-chat, and that's what y'all think. That's what y'all believe. Yeah, we've sat down at our kitchen table, and we talked it over. Well, no wonder. My expectations come from a little bit bigger source than me, okay? Higher thinking. Expectation and consequences. I don't want to go back. I don't want to get hurt. Tony Robbins does this with smoking. He'll say things like, now, if you quit smoking, what could happen? Well, live longer, might get a better job. He just gets them to brainstorm in one hand. So in the right hand, he does all the good stuff, right? That's the expectations. Then what he does is he goes over here and says, all right, now if you don't, what happens? Well, I'm going to get lung cancer, not be able to talk. I'm going to have one of them things right here, you know, with the little things right there. I hate those things. But he says, all that's going to happen to you, right? And your kid's going to, you know, you're going to die before your wife, and your kid's going to give all your money away or give it to the wrong kid. You know, just, you start getting like upset, paranoid. And some people say, I've heard people coach people, don't think about the consequences. Don't think about the bad. You need to think about it. And I'm like, yeah, you do too. You need to think about the worst case scenario and just draw it out. Vivid. It's like somebody told me, they said, I dreamed last night you fired me. It was so real. It was so livid. I said, you need to keep having that dream right there. Because think about it. It's one of my best employees, right? I said, you keep having that dream, you'll keep getting paid. Because it's vivid. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, is there anything I'm not doing? I say, yeah, this. All right, yeah. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have a consequences dream, you ain't got no expectation dream, right? I got to know it's got these big expectations. So I'm like, all right, if you do this, you get this. Expectation. Some people are motivated by the expectations. Some people are motivated by the consequences. I'm motivated by both of them. I got terrible consequences. Ugly consequences. Let me tell you this. What I want to do with you, Riddle, I don't know if I do it, is I want to walk around this island. You go all the way down there to the end. You can see the Don Cesar, where we're going to hang out with the study group with F&G. All the people are winning that. That's Don Cesar right down there. We walk all the way around the backside, all the way up the Gulf, all the way back up there past Caddies, all the way across the entrance right there where you got to cross the bridge, and then come walk back down here. That's 4 miles. I go around. You know what I do when I walk around? It's boring as hell. You know what? Because you're just walking. But guess what I do? I talk on the phone. I got this big A headset on. This parrot look like a caveman walking around. I work like a mess. But it's entertaining to me because it's so boring. That's called the routine. It's mundane as muck. It's mud to me. Like saying, like it's just like exercising. I love Tony. I miss Tony Carter because I ain't been to the gym in Burlington. But he'd be like, up, Albright, down, Albright, up, Albright. I'm like, bro, could you say something like jiggle or something like that? No, it's up and down. You know, it's boring as hell. But, you know, like, I'll be in my head thinking about making money. I'll be thinking about giving money away. I'll be thinking about Jane. I'll be thinking about everything but we doing. That's why he counts for me. Because if I have to, now I'm going to tell you what, working out is boring, but if you have to do your own counting, oh, I would die if I had to do my own counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, like, how many times do you, I mean, I learned these numbers when I was a kid. You want me to do them all over again? So he counts. I think about something else. That makes sense? That's why you have a personal trainer, so somebody do your counting for you, so you can think about something else. And sometimes I'll keep going. He'll go, hey, you done? I bet, good, cool. Because, you know, I'm thinking about something else. I ain't listening to him. He's doing the counting. I mean, not kidding. You can't think about something else. You can't. I can't think. I start counting. I can't think about what I'm supposed to be talking to y'all. It's boring as hell. But make it interesting. If y'all ever mean when I'm making phone calls, I'm walking around with a baseball bat, got a pistol in my hand, I got a drink in my hand, I got pencils I'm throwing, I'm looking at people, laughing, making faces at people on the phone. You know why? Because I'm bored out of my mind. That's the price you're going to have to pay. If you want to get in shape, you're going to have to be bored. If you want to get rich, you're going to have to be bored. If you want to be entertained the rest of your life, you might not have nothing. I'm trying to entertain you here and edutain you. This is the price that you got to pay. The question is, what price are you willing to pay, Riddle? This is the price that you got to pay. This is it. Let me see if I got any more notes right here. This is the price to pay. Okay. All right. Jeff would want me to say to you, is forming a habit. That's what he wants me to say. You posting them? Riddle's posting. All right, let's go on to number 8. Okay? What do you need to avoid in order to enact your 2 natural qualities? Okay. You say, I got natural qualities? Yes, you do. They are bravery and spontaneousness. You are born brave and you're born spontaneous. Okay? You're born fear-free. You're born carefree. If you're born and you're 2 months old, somebody puts a rattlesnake beside you, you'll be like, you stab that rattlesnake right in the face, right? When you're born, you're hungry, you go like this, and you get your snot slapped out of you, right? Parent knocks you over the head with a frying pan or something. You'd be like, what'd I do? You were screaming for food. We don't scream for food around here, okay? So there's a natural quality you're born with. It's called boldness, spontaneousness, and bravery, and no fear. That's the way you're born. So what do I need to avoid in order to enact the 2 natural qualities? Okay? You need to avoid... Am I still coming in loud and clear? The phone was doing some weird stuff, making some weird noises. Yes? No? I'm going to go with yes. Okay. All right. Yep, everybody says yes. Okay. Worried about, like if you go to save somebody with a Heimlich maneuver, you can't worry about somebody videoing it and suing you later. You can't worry about criticism for others. Does that make sense? So, like, you take a picture of me sitting here, and somebody says he's a dum-dum, or he's stupid, or he talks like a redneck. Last night, this girl, me and my neighbor, I worked my butt off yesterday. My neighbor's like, hey, let's go grab something to eat, me and Jeremy, since his wife's in Vegas and my wife's in Charleston. So we went over to this restaurant, and we were standing there talking. This lady come, old lady, and 2 men, and you could tell she had something to drink. She come up there. I was ready for her. I went walking up there to you. I said, what y'all doing? And she said, we're looking for a bar. I said, you looking for a bar? I said, there ain't no bars in Treasure Island. And she looked at me, and here's what she does. She goes, there ain't no bars in the Treasure Island. Is that what you... So she's mocking me and making fun of the way I talk. And I said, that's what I said, cabbage head. They can't get no bread. I was doing, I was giving them the old Eric Belair, rhyme them and ream them, And she just started laughing because, she's making fun of me. And she just kept trying to make fun of me. She said, where are you from? I said, I'm up north. Where about you? I'm from North Carolina. I just made it worse. You can't fear. If you're going to do a Heimlich maneuver on somebody, you got to get into it. You got to get up in there. Yank 'em, baby. Get that hot dog out, and hopefully they'll thank you. But if they don't, that's just the price you pay for saving people. Does that make sense? So if you're a doctor and you're trying to save a person, you're an EMT, you got to cut the car apart. You go in there with one of them sawzalls, and or car jacks. I remember when them things first came out years ago, people get stuck in cars, they burn to death. Now they got these machines, they come in there and put this thing in there like scissors, and it opens up like scissors. Tear the car all to hell, getting people out. You can't fear rejection. You can't fear criticism. What do I need to avoid in order to enact my natural qualities? Your quality is bravery. But when you're afraid of what other people think, you get spanked. Does that make sense? I got to tell you, I love my wife. She's always worried about what other people think about me. My mama worried about people would think about me. Other people, my attorney worries about what people think about me. I'd be like, I ain't going to tell you, but it rhymes with bump them. I ain't dealing with that. I asked Jeff, I said, talking to Jeff, I said, Jeff, does this mean bump them? He said, when you say bump them, that is right square in the middle of avoiding the two natural qualities. Does that make sense? I go like, I don't care what they think. Bump them. Bump them off of earth, baby. I don't care. I ain't listening to that criticism. I ain't listening to that crybaby stuff. So if you go to, like, I had a guy, one of my good friends, that started to be a good friend. He got this, here, listen to this message. His wife booked the appointment, and the woman said, I am going to shoot you or call the police or something if you come to my house. No, if it costs any money. Not if you come to my house. But if you come and show me something that costs money, I'm going to call the police. And I was like, that's going to be a fun appointment, right? Hitting redial. See, redial is a quality that you need to keep. Somebody hangs up on you, redial. Hey, man, look here. Look like the phone broke up. These dadgum Verizon. You use Verizon or you use Telecom? Which one you use? You ought to switch over to whatever, Excel or whatever. Y'all just crazy, You can't worry about that. You can't worry about being scared to death. Jaws of life, somebody said. That's what I'm talking about, them jaws of life. When somebody has a wreck, they got this thing called jaws of life, and them jaws will come in there and just rip all the car apart. You can't worry about a guy go, hey, look here, you could have got me out easier and not destroyed my car. What? Trying to save your life, you worry about your car. I think there's a good Samaritan rule or law that protects you if you're trying to help somebody, to be honest with you. I don't know if there is or not, but there ought to be. My daddy, he broke his leg in the Army, and they brought him in the Army, and they were getting ready to cut his football pants off. And my dad said, ho, here, what are you doing? They said, you broke your leg pretty bad. We're going to take your pants off. He said, that's going to cost the government more money. Just slide them off. It won't hurt that bad. He'd be somebody, I was like, Daddy, why you do that? And he said, government spends too much money as it is. I'm saving them a pair of football pants. He's playing football in the Army. I said, what is wrong with you? But you think about it. That's what people do. They don't want to destroy a pair of pants. They don't want to destroy, like, you don't want to knock on somebody's house and then somebody criticize you or put you down. That spontaneity is needed in your life to make any money. Does that make sense? You got to go to the house. Debbie Ben is one of the top sales ladies in the country. Robert Wilson, he's a character. He's a character. Megan Wood, she's a character. We're going to look at these leaderboards and we're going to talk about some people. Yeah, somebody said there is a law to protect you if you're trying to save somebody. Well, I'm pronouncing a law. If you try to help somebody make money, I'm going to pronounce a law to protect you. As a matter of fact, with this woman, she called and complained about Junior Korea. Junior this, Junior that. I said, we're going to whip him. We're going to take care of him, ma'am. You can rest assured he will be punished. I deleted that mess. I ain't dealing with that. I called up Mike Leventovich, got Junior. I said, that woman cray-cray. That's mine. So my punishment is move on. But I know she's going to cause a mess, I was like, we're going to get him. We're going to learn him a lesson. He ain't never going to do that again. That's a law that we have to protect those that are there to protect. So if you try to save somebody's life, you're right. There is a law to protect people if you try to save somebody's life. But if you're scared and, it might not apply to me, and it might not. Oh, man, I ain't listening to all that. You are born with courage. You were born with excitement. That's what, the Bible says this. The Bible teaches this. I wonder if Jeff Bright says this. The Bible says that you should remain childlike. Now, let me explain what that means. A child, you got to brush your teeth and you got to put your pants on right, but then you're childlike. You're energetic. You're laughing. You're throwing your hands up. You're cutting up. You're fancy-free. You demand what you want. Now, we learn better words than a kid says, I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store. We might say something like, hey, I prefer to go to the store and get some more cookies. You learn more words, but then you say it 8 different ways to get what you want, like a child. Childlike faith. Childlike enthusiasm. Childlike spontaneity. You're so old acting Nobody's interested in following you. Okie dokie. Let's wrap up. What action should be taken immediately? Okay. All right. Oh, back up. I got to do this one. How do you lose your natural qualities? School is probably the worst one. You fail a class, you know what they do? They get mad at you. If you miss a sale with me, I'm fired up about you. I tell my son-in-law, I tell my son, I tell these 2 new kids I just hired, I need for you to fail more. I need for you to mess up more. I need for people to get mad at you more. I need, see, all the things that you were told were bad, I think are good. School, society, parents. Oh, hey, you'll like this one. Listen to this one, okay? Before I was running my mail house, I had this other guy doing the mail, and I was in the mail house, and they found anthrax, like a powder. You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all remember when, I don't know how, if you ain't old enough, you don't know. They used to have this thing they put in envelopes and kill people. It's called anthrax. So if they sent you anthrax, you opened up, you were dead, right? And what they do is shut the whole building down so the anthrax didn't get out. I grabbed that envelope out of the woman's hand and threw it in the trash can. She said, what if it's anthrax? I said, we're all dead. I said, but if you shut our mail house down, we're all dead. And it's going to be, everybody across the country is dead. So in case you're wondering, it was just baby powder. Somebody did it as a prank. 99% of where they shut the buildings down, it was anthrax, right? But 1% killed people. No kidding. I grabbed that envelope, threw it in the trash. I said, we ain't shutting our mail house down. That'll kill us. He said, well, what if you'd have died and other people would have died? Well, that'd have been bad. But I wouldn't have known nothing about it because I'd have been dead. And I had big life insurance back then. I've had big life insurance all my life. I've always believed in life insurance. Jane would have been rich back then. She was poor back then. She was poor back then, and I was trying to get her rich. And if we shut that mail house, you see what I'm saying? That is crazy. No fear. The girl that shut down everything because she was getting extorted, that was fear. That was fear shutting her down. The good news is she come to her senses, called me after just 2 days, and I shut that thing down. I said, start it back up. I don't care. Because if we were scared, I'd have called Andy Riddle and said, hey, you're going to shut off your recruiting like she did for, no, crank it up. Go faster. It's that no fear, being crazy, getting the job done. Okay. All right, here we go. I think I got it now. It's learned. Learned to be stupid. See, I had that note right there. Extortion, right there. See, I have my note. It's learned stupidity. It's learned dumbness. It's learned meekness. It's learned fear. You've got to avoid that and revert back to being a kid. Okay, last. What action should be taken immediately? Okay, what can you do? Okay? Set your script. Set your script. I've got scripts. Everybody know, most people that know me know I got scripts. They know how it works. Like, bump them. I mean, that's one of my scripts, right? I'm out. Bump them. I'm out. Okay? I've got scripts. Check this. Well, if you call my phone, that might be a problem. But if you call my phone, there's a green button and a red button. You have to get somebody to call you and see if your phone's set up like this. The red is when I don't want to make money. The green is when I do want to make money. But let's say I'm on the money, and let's say I'm on the phone with Andy Riddle, and Tony Carey calls me, or Jason Carey. I might go to this other button that has a response, and it says something like this. Hey, I'm online with somebody. I'll give you a buzz back in 5 minutes. That's my response. So I have a script for when people talk to me that keeps me in good order. Okay, so let's go. Concentrating on what you control. Let's back up this. There's 2 things that you need to work on immediately. Number 1 is concentrate on when your number control. Number 2, develop some responses to people. Okay, so concentrating on what you control. Whatever you work on is going to grow. There's 2 things I want y'all to work on as far as your business. We need to get you running 30 appointments or 40 appointments. Like if you're just a psychological mess, 10 kids, 3 wives, 16 grannies live with you, let's do 20 appointments. But if you're a free man, let's do 40 appointments. Let's print some money. You're going to need money for this journey, okay? You people say, well, when are we going to build our business and hire people? I go, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Worry about this first. I'm telling you, what's the first thing first? The first thing first is I got to get you a profitable job. You got to get really good at ERS. You got really good at finding annuities. You got to get really good at Med Advantage. You got to get really good at finding the people in debt. Okay? These are the basics. So I need for you to crush the basics. Anybody can do the basics. Anybody can make phone calls. Okay? You say, when are we going to get to the recruit? Don't worry about that. We're going to do it. Here's the way we're going to do it. When you get done with that this week, we're going to ask you in between appointments. Once you get your appointments booked, you don't have to book any more appointments. You get 40 appointments booked or 30 appointments booked or 20 appointments, whatever it is, then every time you're not in the house, you can be recruited. That makes sense? So if you're working 40 hours, there's 168 hours in a week, 24 hours a day, times 7. 24 times 7 is 168 hours. And if you want to take out 6 hours a day for sleeping, that'd be 42 hours. So 168 minus 42 is 126, I think. Is that about right? So if you take away 40 from that, that leaves you 86 hours to recruit. That makes sense? You say, well, I'm driving to the appointments. Well, make a phone call while you're driving, right? You say, well, I'm in a state that you can't be on the phone. Well, get a driver. See, I will eliminate. See how I got a script? Then number 2 is a script. Somebody gives me an excuse, I got an answer. I call it being a bit of a smartass. Does that make sense? But I also say I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass. It's another thing I got, right? My mama says, Andy, people, look, here's somebody calling me. Watch this right here. See, I can hit that message thing right there. Can I call you later? Boom, yow, and it goes right to him and it shuts him down. So my mama says, people say you like money around here, Andy. They talking about you. I said, Mama, I'd rather them be talking about me than talking about somebody else. That gives them a break from somebody else getting talked about. I can take it. Let them talk about me, Mama. She said, that's a good one. I said, you taught me that one, Mama. And then she said, well, what they're saying is you're greedy. I said, Mama, how can I be greedy with all the money I give away? I give money to car dealers. I give them to gun dealers. I give them to land dealers. I got a beach house. I got a guy that comes, picks up poop in our yard. I give him money. Stupanka's in there cleaning the house. I'm giving her money. I give money to NC State. I give money to my preacher. How can people say that I'm greedy? Because I give so much. She said, I think they're jealous. I said, you really just jealous? She said, that's what I think. But see how that's a script? I'm scripted on what people say. And no, Jane's not so, she's still tough, but she likes to be around me. Like, she don't like me to travel. She likes me to be around. So I said, baby, I'm so sorry. Like, this is one of my scripts. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You have no idea. I'm so upset. I'd rather be this. I don't want to do it. I have just a script. And I'll give you, here's my script for that. Baby, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do it. You know I want to be with you. But I just get thinking about when we're old, and I think about the kids' college education. I get me thinking about all that. And I get to thinking about it, baby, and I decide I'm going to go anyway, even though it hurts me and pains me. I'm going to do it anyway. So I do a script. She'll be like, you say it every time. I go like, well, you want me to change it up a little bit? I can talk about the kids a little bit more. I can talk about car a little bit more. I can talk about my mama getting old, and I'm going to get her some money. She'll be like, just get the hell, just go do it. You know, I'll be like, all right, that's my script. Because people shut down, they act scared, they cry, they worry, they panic. You got to have these scripts, okay? And then people do this to me. A guy was telling me something. He said, hey, Eddie, blah, 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 blah. Asked me something. I said, Bo, that's real good. Can we talk about something that's extremely profitable, going to make me and you both money? He said, sure, go ahead. So I started talking about it, just lighting him up. We talked about it before. He said, well, can we talk about some more other? I said, I got to go. See, I can't talk about stuff that I can't control. He's wanting me to do something that I ain't going to do, don't care to do, ain't interested in doing. You with me? People call me, hey, Andy, listen, I know you own the Alliance, but what I was thinking you could do, I'd be like, hey, listen, I ain't got time for all that mess. I got to go. That make sense? NC State guys right now, they want to call and have me some money. Hey, send me something in writing. That's what I tell them. They ask her for money. I go, send me something in writing. Then I don't take their call no more for a long time because I don't want to listen to it. I got a script of how I handle stuff so that I can do what? Concentrate on what drives the revenue up. I'm not kidding you. How about this? Hey, Andy, I got my kids. I go, hey, listen, let me talk to you something. This is a script. Y'all need to know my scripts. Andy, I got problems with kids, they're busy. I go, hey, look, let me tell you what I did. A long time ago, I learned how to hire a babysitter. At first, I thought, I love my kids more than anybody else, so I'm not going to get a babysitter. Turns out that all wealthy people get a babysitter. So I say this script to people. I've been saying it for 27 years. Here's a script that you use. Here's what you do. You care about your kids, right? You care about them a lot, right? Well, you want to set the example for them, right? Well, people that are powerful and give to their kids usually travel. They don't take their kids with them on cruises. They don't take their kids with them when they travel to do a meeting. They take their kids when they want to take their kids. They don't take their kids to business meetings. They take their kids to Disney World and focus on them when there's no other people around. They're 100%. So let's talk to you about how to get babysitters. Let's strategize. This is a script I use. You should use this script. If you ain't heard my script, you're hearing it now. Okay? So when me and Jane first realized that adults get babysitters, see how I use that? That's a script. When we realized that adults use babysitters, what we did is we asked them, how do you get a good one? And they said, first of all, you got to pay a lot for the good ones. The good ones are not cheap. The cheap ones are trouble because they won't show up. They'll be late. They'll call in sick. The kids will hate them. They won't learn how to do their homework. They won't clean up after the dog poop. Cheap ones are not good. Aha, I got it. Good babysitters want good money. Aha. Next thing, interview them while you're there. So have dinner, invite the babysitter over, have dinner with your kids and the babysitters. I like couples. I like a young husband and wife, take care of our kids. That way, if something goes, it's kind of like having two pilots. If something's going on, one can focus on the horizon, and the other one can calm everything down. One people can call in a problem. So if there's a problem, I got two of them there. That's what I prefer. It's what we usually had almost. Sometimes just be a girl, but a lot of times it was a guy and a girl, and they'd be there planning this thing out. Good kids. Good kids. Have them over for dinner, the boy and the girl. Talk to your kid. See if your kid likes them. Show them where the food is. Show them where everything is. I see these movies sometimes. Somebody be hiring a babysitter, and the babysitter's coming out and the parents are leaving. And I'm like, that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, you need to get the babysitter when everything's calm. Have dinner with them. Do we have to pay them? Yeah. Pay the babysitter when they're not even babysitting. Does that make sense? If you pay them $20 an hour, pay them to eat dinner with you. They'll say, no, you don't owe us nothing. We weren't working. Yeah, you do. Yeah, we do. Give them the money. Then they'll fight to come back. Does that make sense? I don't want to miss a multi-million-dollar deal and me have to go without Jane. Jane's my secret weapon. I take Jane with me. Everybody's impressed. Jane with me. Everything thinks we're a sweet, nice couple. I go, it's like I'm rambunctious, right? But when Jane goes with me, so I don't want to miss a deal and not have Jane with me. So here we are. What's my script? It's the scripting that Andy used. I was talking to your boy, Brant Spindale, and gave him some scripts today. He's like, every time I talk to you, I hear another script. I said, yep, this is how you react to the problem. See, how you react to the positive, how you react to the negative determines your energy level moving forward. Let me give you another one. Hey, guy, Andy, listen to this. Here's the script. Hey, Andy, we got this guy wrote 10 outs first week. I go, oh, crap. I don't say yay. I say, oh, crap. Did you check every out, make sure they're legit? That's what I do. I don't go, woohoo! Right? Now, Andy, this guy, he's made 16 phone calls. He finally booked 2 appointments. I go, woohoo! See the script? Okay, now, if the guy writes 10 outs, we check them out and they're good, we call him and say, look, we checked every app. You checked out, you look good. But I want him to know that we checked. And he's like, he just grins like, you didn't think my stuff was good? I said, I didn't know. I'm just checking. Just letting you know, we will be checking. Right? Does that make sense? I mean, I have all these scripts that I do, and I try to tell Adam Katz, I've tried to tell Fitz, I've tried to tell Paul Roberts, I've tried to tell Diane Lampy, try to tell Davies, but I realize these scripts, sometimes people don't realize they're scripts. They think it's my spontaneity, but it's not. It's my routine. It's my standard response, my standard answer. people say, like, hey, Andy, I wrote 16 applications last week. I go, fantastic. Did you find any money? How many ERSs did you get? The script I have. I'm so scripted. But people want they want to wear a shirt like I got, but they don't want a script like I script. You know why? Because a script requires mundaneness. The shirts are fun and exciting. It's that mundaneness that people need to master. I get up in the morning, I check all my texts, I reply back. I just got routine after routine, or scripts. I just got script after script after script. And then when people try to get me off of basics, I revert to my script. So concentrating on what you can control, what I can control most is the basics. Okay? All right, so I hope that helps. Okay, hold on. All right, it's game over. Thank y'all for all these texts. I want to look at these leaderboards a minute. Going up now. Oh, let's look at this personal direct recruits. Have you seen that, Bo? Did that come out yet? Have they posted this? Andy Riddle, standing right beside me, has recruited 29 people. Kyle Cater, 20 direct. Jason and Tony, 18. Stephen Handy works for me. Doesn't mean they're mine. I'm excited about Handy. Handy got 10. Nick and Viviana got 10. Terry Edwards got 9. Lucero Diaz got 9. Diane Lampy got 8. Look at there, $1,000. All these people going to get $1,000. Just recruit. Let's go down here. We got some people ain't recruited, but 3 people. Now, wait a minute. If you recruited 4, you would be winning $1,000 at family reunion. It ain't over with yet, though. Look at that. That's Aunt Manzo right there with 4. She's number 11. Let's see who's going to get a yellow sticky. My boy Vinny going to get a yellow sticky. If he'd recruit 1 more, he would go from 2 to 3. If he recruited 3, you're always 1 recruit away from an explosion. Nick and Tim Long's got 2. Nikki and Tim. Blake, down there with Junior Korea, got 2. Right there is the 2 to 3. Marty Doge got 3. It goes from Blake to Marty, got 3. Janice and Bob got 3. This is good. All these reports are up. These are recruiting reports. All right, I'm gonna go to just saw those recruits. I'm gonna go to Band to see what's going on Band. They posted them. Y'all checking out these leaderboards? I tell you, it might be the greatest trip, huh? Let me see one. Let's look at let's do the Fanatics. Let's see what's going on there. These are the people. Look how many people. When was this? So we got another week of this, right? Got another week of the Fanatics. 30,000 gets you $1,000. You show up in we got 2 more days. We got 2 more days to see what happens. Mike and Carrie are at 37. Look how many people we did 30,000. I think last month we had like 5 people. This month we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we got Phil Abor 6, 7. So I'm predicting 7 people do over 30,000. How many people did over 20,000? We've got 14 people over $20,000 issue paid this month. Because people say this to me, they go like, I'm in the top 100. The top 20 be 20,000. Top 5 is 30,000. Now let's see who else. Caleb Law. Wait a minute. Oh. Caleb Law is over 30,000, but it's only 1 app. And then here's another one with 3 apps. That's Caleb. Caleb has 3 apps, 25,000. Caleb, you need to do more applications. I wouldn't worry about it. Robert Bailey has had 3. This is an interesting report right here. 30,000, 20,000. Let's see who's going to get $1,000. Adam Johnson, Tim Sight, yes. Katrina Gustin, yes. Jonathan the Macon Yankee, yes. Mike and Carrie Williams, yes. Adam Johnson, yes. Over 30,000. Right behind it, Phil Abear, Marcus Richardson, Evan Patzer, Janina Wilson, Greg Cook. Way to go, Greg. Shannon Barnhart, Eric Bobby Belair, and Mark Hutchinson. And then Kylie Perkins, Caleb Law, Robert Bailey, Rita Gasper, Branton Jell Swindell. All these people, man, this is awesome. Personal directs. Already got that one. West Coast. Let's see who's winning the West Coast. West Coast. Jason and Tawny Carey, Brandon and Ashley Beal, and Scott Broten. Way to go, Scott. I know your wife's proud of you. All right. It'd be cool if y'all got in a jet to come home for the convention, family reunion. And Mike and Michelle Alleman would be the Texas. Way to go, Mike and Michelle. They would be, the jet would stop in Dallas and pick up Mike and Michelle if this is the way it ends. And it could end that way. Look, who's number 2? Paul Roberts in Texas. It looks like the number 2 Texas person. Kelly Haney. Oh, Kelly Haney's above Paul Roberts. And who else we got? Marty and Doge. Who's that? Oh, leading the country is Diane Lampy. I shouldn't say the country. Leading the state of Texas, Diane Lampy. So if it happened today, it wouldn't be Mike and Michelle. Mike and Michelle would barely miss getting on the jet. Diane would be walking up there strutting like a dead-gum banner rooster. Walking up on them steps of that jet. And by the way, Diane, take a friend. One of your friends, one of your top agents, top recruiters, staff, boyfriend, mama, whoever you want to take. You take another person on a jet. I don't care. So you'd be on there with Jason and Tawny, Brandon and Ashley Beal, and Scott Broten and his wife, and Diane Lampy. That's who'd be on a jet coming back. 2, 4. That's right. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it'd be 8 people on a jet, and plus 9 because I'm gonna send my media person. So don't act like there's another. I don't think we've posted the recruiting contest yet. She might have said, check and see if that's up. The one, how many tickets you sold. It's kind of the leaderboard for how many people are going to be at family reunion. It ain't went up yet. Okay. Brant Swindell, look at this right here, dude. See, this is kind of craziness. He did $3,000 in premium. It's not up yet, though. 3 annuities. That's $26,000, and I mean, it's just crazy. This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy, Bo. All right, y'all check out your leaderboards. Please review those notes. I hope you took some notes. If you got any questions about it, my leaders, please repeat these. Any one of these slides would be a great presentation at the hot spots. Just trying to get people to unleash their potential and ask themselves these questions, guys. Pull out your coin. What do you want? How do you get it? Love you guys. Hope this helped. We'll cut loose. I'm going to talk to Riddle out here on the beach, show him the stuff down below in the the cooking out area. It's crazy talk. I love y'all. Rock and roll. It is time to kill it. Bye.
This session is no longer being recorded. Goodbye.